entia yenya social media and all the news portal and say Ablekuma North rerun no of 19 polling station air course no Hawa Koomson our former MP Emma Awutu Senya East, yes, if my memory serves me right. Some Macho men be attacking. Nanny oko social media, the NDC for supporters any agenda because so much them are how comes more video no any reaction from some top journalists. Ewa ha mebacho, but oko social media, any supporters any agenda because how comes you much them how comes you do money ache, how comes you use Macho men they intimidate you since NDC opposition. In the NDC abapo, this is the right time also much how comes in Nyansa. So the buyer Debbie so be not to me be on your side ni biu. Another issue and so say police IGP I interdicted the police now police ni na or sorte GH1 journalist no IGP I interdict no mumi ankohwe Hawa Koomson some Macho men menka so me NDC for some Macho men sorte no one of the polling station Ablekuma North near her reaction from some top journalists or Morgan Hase.
What have we picked up so far in the elections?
Very sad incidents. I'm so sad that we are recording some of this incident. I was thinking that it would have been in a peaceful taste. Unfortunately, what is coming up is rather ugly. You've nailed it when you mentioned some journalists that have been physically assaulted. First was the Kasapa FM journalist. Then later we saw the Ghana, I beg your pardon, the Joy FM journalist. As if that was not enough, we also saw a former member of parliament.
Yeah, for Hawa Koomson,
that was dragged to the ground. I mean, we should understand as a people that elections is not a do or die affair. In our bid to build our democratic credentials, certainly we must go through such process. And in going through such process, it doesn't warrant some of these ugly scenes. But let's also project the Ghana Police Service, even though some of the members have proven unprofessional today. So for instance, we saw a video, and I'm praying that you show it so that your viewers will also have a full grasp of the matter. Where some if like policemen were on a certain journalist. In this case, was the Kasapa guy. He had a slap from him, which was quite unfair. Very bizarre, barbaric, and that was something that I was not expecting from somebody who is in the service with integrity. Unfortunately, these are some of the play out in today's election. But you raised a certain important point that I think that it must not go unnoticed, whether or not some of the happenings today to the effect that the IGP image, which is currently building up, must be declined. I don't want to believe, and I pray so, that we have people who are working so hard, assiduously so hard, to tarnish the image of the IGP. But hey,
so so the news coming in indicates that voting has been halted at the Odoko Methodist Church as because of some journalists being attacked there. So voting has halted at the Odoko Methodist Church. So currently that is what we can tell you. So there's no voting happening there. And of course, before we came to the studio, I saw some social media reactions indicated that if the police do not take care of the EC, do not put some drastic measures in place, we might not see a good ending in this election, because now we are looking at almost 7 months in office. We do not have a representative for Ablekuma North. Are we going to see that happening today? Would the election end without any representation for Ablekuma North, or what exactly? So that's a very sad one there. So now as we speak, the voting has been stopped at the Odoko Methodist Church.
Certainly, to allow a calm balance. I think that is the approach that the Electoral Commission must deploy. It must be on hold for a while, whilst they get things rectified. But the police need to be commended. Anyways, you look at the issues. I'm talking about the high hierarchy of the Ghana Police Service, led
Class 91.3 FM.
You did indicate, unequivocally, that the police officer that assaulted the Kasapa journalist has been interdicted. On Accra FM this morning, that was our position. That was what we're drumming home. That was the demand that we're pressing home.
And currently, as we speak, the journalists, they spoke to him he's currently at the hospital. So he's unable to speak with us.
So he's unable to speak with us. But I'm sure that he's receiving treatment. So kudos to your team who are doing it, who are doing their best possible for us to get all the needed information. But look, I mean, what are the stakes that we go into elections just about 19 polling stations, not electoral areas?
Yeah, just 19 polling stations. Very well.
Talk less of over 39,000 polling stations across the breadth and length of our country. Just 19 polling stations. So what will warrant such nuisance? It's so sad. A bad spectacle to behold that I think that we need not to encourage. But maybe somebody will also be wondering why the stakes are so high. As we speak, the John Dramani Mahama led government, ushered in by the NDC party, has an overwhelming majority in parliament to about 143. Right?
Yeah.
83, I beg your pardon. 183
83,
members of parliament. Now, if they're able to garner the vote for Ablekuma North and get their parliamentary candidate in the person of Arabina Obin to win the seat and enter parliament, Mahama automatically becomes a supreme leader. A supreme leader in the sense that they will now have garnered not just 184 seats, but of course it would have given them or fetched them the 2/3 majority status, which allowed them to change even some of the entrenched part of the constitution. I'm sure that the MPP's only fear is to stop or to ascertain as to whether or not John Dramani Mahama still has that if like will to want to contest for the third time, which I doubt anyways, because then they know that when they are able to garner this very seat and Mahama becomes that supreme leader and it affords the majority in parliament to form that 2/3 majority status, chances are that they are going to review certain entrenched part of the constitution to enable John Dramani Mahama run again, which I doubt. And you see, the framers of the constitution are very wise in such a way that they do not give the monopoly of whether or not a president can transcend beyond what is enshrined currently, the 2-term period, to parliament only. Okay, the framers of the constitution also open up coast and tentacles to the effect that even if parliament decide today that John Dramani Mahama is able to go for another term, it must come to us Ghanaians in the form of referendum to vote a yes.
So currently as we speak, though voting has been halted at the Odoko Methodist area, still there's some chaos happening around there, because we're told that there's some kind of still vote buying ongoing around that area, and so people, though it has been halted, but chaos is still happening around that area.
You cannot take away that. Monocracy in Ghana's politics, I don't want to say that has come to stay. I pray it hasn't, but it's obvious that has been happening every time we have elections, especially by elections.
But interesting, it looks like it keeps increasing every election year.
It keeps increasing.
So the conversation is, how do we end that?
So we need to have a resolve, and that resolve must come through institutionalized legal instruments. Okay, such that we give it a biting teeth legally. That if you are found exchanging hands monetary wise, these are the first sanctions that we are going to serve, at least to serve as deterrents. As we speak, which parts of the constitution, which parts of any legislative instrument or subsidiary law, any branch of law suggests any kind of punishment? I stand for correction, because then if there is any such, then why are we not implementing it? Why are we not enforcing it, if though we have even implemented it? I'm also picking information that there was also a chaos at the Asiedu Jedu Memorial School, Awoshi 1 polling station. That's one of the polling stations for the ongoing rerun of the 2024 parliamentary election at the Ablekuma North constituency. And I'm picking this from Ghana Web's team. And according to the team on the ground, what they capture are chaotic scenes at the polling station this very day. Now, there were some men in plain clothes who were seen trying to stop a police officer who allegedly was walking away from them, but they say that conspicuously they saw him holding a certain object. So, according to the reportage we are picking from Ghana Web, about 3 of the men caught up with the police, trying to grapple to take away the object, and more of the men in plain clothes and the police officers joined in the tussle, creating a very chaotic scene.
Anyway, so we're live on Facebook, so you can join the feed on Facebook. But Nana, I'm also seeing some scenes here on our platforms where I see thugs with their faces covered.
Yes.
And we see police officers standing there.
So who sent them?
Of course.
Who sent them?
Who sent them there?
I'm not surprised the former member of parliament, Hawa Koomson, was caught up in that web of tussle. Of course, not to denigrate her persona, but if we have followed the political trajectory of especially Ayawaso, her place as well, Awutu Senya East, you understand the kind of emotional razzmatazz that she brings to the table anytime there's an election season. So I'm not surprised at all that she was captured, and I pray you'll be able to get the video so that those listening to us will
let's speak to our reporter Sami Jesse on the ground. Sami, good to have you on the show. What's currently happening? Where exactly are you and what's the situation there?
Oh, okay. Hello, KOJ.
Yes, Jesse, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great,
now.
I'm asking that where exactly are you and what's the situation there?
So right now I'm at St. Peter's Methodist, Odoko. The thing is getting tension now. Hey, the tax. Hey, KOJ.
What's the situation?
Overpower the police too. Hey, the tax. Hey, they are pushing the police people away. Hey, they are opening the gate. KOJ, getting tensions now.
I see.
So they said that.
Yes, so that's the situation there.
Around.
Okay.
The fans are using our spraying pepper spray on some of their boys.
Hawa Koomson has pepper spray.
They want to get Hawa Koomson out so that they can deal with it personally. That issue has caused a lot of things here.
Jesse, wait, did you say that
they want to overpower the police?
They said that Hawa Koomson has pepper spray.
Where the election is ongoing now. Now they have hold on. The process has been suspended at the Odoko St. Peter's. They want to go inside and get Hawa Koomson so that they can deal with it personally. I saw Eduji Tamakru here, but they were trying to. No, they are pelting stones. They are. Hey, KOJ.
That's a very serious one.
Yeah.
Jesse, kindly stand where you be safe so that you not be affected by this chaos. So so what you're talking about, is it different from the Odoko Methodist or is it the same place?
Yeah, it's Odoko Methodist.
Okay.
Society.
Okay. So that's where the black gate is, and the people have been able to push open the black gate, attacking the police officers there. So we see live videos. You can join us on our Facebook platform as well. So Jesse, where exactly is Hawa Koomson now?
So according to our sources, the police have taken her to make sure she's safe. So right now, not at the here currently. But the police now I can see reinforcement. The police I can see reinforcement. But the staff are ever ready to face the police. So now I can't tell or I can't give exact place how our function is. But according to our sources, the police has taken her to a safe place. So
I see. So I see Eduji Tamaklo. I see Eduji Tamaklo trying to get into the premises, but where are the
Eduji is here trying to speak to the boys.
I see.
The boys, but I don't know. The boys are not ready to listen to anyone. They want to do whatever they want here.
Jesse, where are the Electoral Commission officers as we speak? What was the basis for the halting of the election? Do we know the time they are coming back to the exercise?
The process has been suspended. because even you are a voter and want to come here and vote, due to the security at the gate, you can't enter. So you can see the electoral officers standing here. I've seen some policemen guiding them so that they will be safe, and a lot of things are going on here.
Okay, Jesse, kindly hold on for me. Let's listen to Edwiji Tamaklo, who is addressing the media.
That the person they have an issue with is no longer here, and so they should leave here and allow the voting to take place. That's all.
I realize they've listened to you and they have withdrawn. Are they your members?
That I can't confirm immediately. But I've seen my constituency chairman here, but they are not among the people protesting. They want the voting process. Look, as we speak, the Electoral Commission had done a collation of about 262 of the polling station, and that put the NPP candidate with 48 votes ahead. We want 6,000 people to have their say. That will flip the 48 seats, 48 votes. So that's what we are determined to get. That's the outcome we are looking for. We are for peace. Remember, we are in government, and so the responsibility is on us, and we will do everything to ensure that there's utmost peace here. Yes.
Thank you. And Director of...
So that's the Director of Legal Affairs for the NDC, Edwiji Tamaklo. So the election currently is on hold. Very, very chaotic. The police have their that's the form police units officers around. They've also seen some officers who are very armed also available. The thugs are also there. Some have their faces covered, others have their faces open. That's also here. So that's the situation currently. Is not too safe as many think it should be. Very, very chaotic at the moment. I can count about 6 police officers in the shot right now. It's a very bad situation currently as we speak. Jesse, let me go back to Jesse again. Jesse, do we know when the Electoral Commission will come back to hold the exercise or continue the exercise?
Right now, we don't have that information. But as you have said, they are trying to calm things down so that the process will start going again. So right now they are trying to save the situation, make sure that everyone is calm, because according to Edwiji, he said that the person they are looking for is not here. So now I think the boys are calming down, and I'm sure very soon the process will start.
I see. Well, Jesse, thank you so much. That's the updates from my colleague Jesse. So, two perimeters here. The inner perimeter where the exercise is happening, I could count about a lot of more than 30 police officers. In fact, about 50 of the police officers in the inner perimeter where the election currently is being held, and then outside the premises is where the thugs are currently, who earlier forced their way into the perimeter where the election is being held. Well, many on social media reacting to the situation clearly indicates that the police are overwhelmed by the number of thugs or the number of people who are around the gates looking for an opportunity to enter. So I see in a short currently, I see a lot of people also coming in. I don't know who that VIP personality is, but I see a long queue following just one person. I'm yet to confirm who that person is there. Nana, should we say the police are overwhelmed by the situation, i.e. the thugs who are there with their faces covered?
I think that based on the available evidence, and based on the occurrences, as many as they are incessant, it is fair to conclude that at a point they were overwhelmed. But I'm also happy to hear from our correspondent that there have been reinforcement. But KOJ, this is what we must say, and it shouldn't go unnoticed. Vigilantism, as far as I know. Okay,
so I see Malik Basintali and then Edem Agbana walking into the premises, probably to calm the situation or to speak to his 5K men or his 3K women to be vigilant as far as this election is concerned.
Vigilantism, as far as I know, is criminalized by a legislative instrument. because we've had very historic but bad, ugly times where, vigilantes, destroyed, certain government properties, played a very bad role. And a classical case in point is the Ayawaso West former by-elections. We also, what happened when a sitting member of parliament, as a then in the person of Samuel Nate George, was beaten to the pulp on the ground. So this is something that, with all the arsenals and strength we can command, as citizens, as journalists, as we are, we should speak against. But let me say this before I forget quickly. See, I'm sorry, but you see, this growing impudence of political savagery, I think it must end. And Hawa Koomson, to me, and this is my personal opinion anyways, is you see, she's becoming a nuisance in Ghana's body politics. If nobody is advising Hawa Koomson, she's a woman. And you understand how women should behave certain times. I'm not saying that you should cheat women, but I'm saying that women are very responsible. They are supposed to be the mothers of the house. So certain actions should be undertaken by men for them to be criticized, and for a woman to come and salvage, such relations.
You think she exhibited a particular push that
exhibited? It's a continuous exhibition of that evil agenda, and I think that it doesn't help. Look, if you ask me to give a fair assessment of Hawa Koomson in political season, I would say that she's gaining notoriety for all the bad news.